How's that happen? Is that right? All right. Hey, Valeria, nice to see you. Good morning, Rhonda. Hello, Deborah. Hey, Jay, how's it going? Hey, Stephanie, nice to see you.
Hello.
There's Rhonda. Hey, hey. I'm trying out this different camera angle. Y'all get to see the other half of my house. But I put a portable air conditioner in. You know, wintertime, my furnace went out. Summertime, air conditioner going out. But the thing makes a hell of a lot of noise. So I want to put the camera microphone as far away from it as I can. So far today, we don't need to turn it on. It should be okay. I figured I would test this angle out a little bit. How about we give it about 2 more minutes? All right. All right, I'm going to mute y'all out. Okay, hopefully that didn't kill my mic. Can you still hear me? Just wave a hand or a leg or something, thumbs up. Okay, groovy. And if you haven't already, please set your view to speaker view for me. That would be really cool. Ideally, the main thing you're seeing on the screen is just me. That way we can offer folks a little privacy if they prefer. And with that being said, if you are welcome to have your camera off, by all means, if that's something that you need, no problemo. But it is set up in a way that you can have some privacy. So if you would turn on your camera, it would help me out a little bit in how I cue, how I guide. But it sure isn't a deal breaker. You don't have to do that. It's just a simple request on my end. Roll with it or not. Either way is good. So let's get started. Another day, another down dog. How about find that child's pose? And if not familiar with child's pose, balasana, just go to your hands and knees and lower your seat down to your heels and walk your hands out long in front. Perhaps that might be just a little bit too toasty on your knees. If that's the case, open your knees up a little. Slide your torso down between your thighs. Feel some sweetness in the hips. Maybe you don't want to reach your arms forward. It might be appropriate to swing arms back down the length of your rib cage. You can use your fingertips to massage your feet. There's a lot of ways of doing this. How about you find your way that feels right? Good. We just do a few things now, sliding on into yoga mode. I mean, I can't just flip a switch and bang, yoga mode is on. We have to do a couple things that help with that. It's all about the breathing. So let's start out with narrowing your breath through your nostrils. And you know, maybe that's not possible. Maybe congested. So if you need to, you can breathe through your mouth. But let's try. Try nostril breathing. His lips are together, teeth aren't touching. You got nothing to chew on for the next 60 minutes or so. And then secondly, let's just start full capacity breathing. Big, full inhales, completely exiting exhales. And while we don't always do it, it certainly is possible to try. And then lastly, just make it smooth, even. The duration of the inhale, the duration of the exhale, they're pretty equal. Keep them balanced together. Find just a little pause at the top of the bottom. You don't have to force restriction, just notice. The top of my inhale, there's a little pause. The bottom of my exhale, another little pause before I turn the corner and inhale again. Bringing your focus to this breath, intentionally moving air, deep, steady, long. It requires focused concentration, which is the precursor to meditation, which turns these Eastern style calisthenics into a meditative practice. Throughout the class, you'll hear me just make reminders, deep breath in, exhale out. But from time to time, when you notice breath, this quality of breath disappearing, wandering, that's all right, it'll happen. So you say, well, look, there it goes again. Come on back, breath. And return right to this state of breathing. Same concept applies to thoughts. You find the mind wandering, you know what's for lunch, what's on TV later, I gotta balance my checkbook. Do we still use checkbooks? When that happens, same thing. Well, look, there it goes again. Come on back. Just focus on breath. With focus on breath, an awareness of sensation. The communication your body uses. You know, I don't know. I might cue you into a side plank and you recently had wrist or elbow surgery. Just goes to show you, don't listen to Steve, just hear Steve. Listen to your body. Message of pain is an indication to back off, to modify, or maybe even just skip the whole damn pose. That's okay. You're like brushing your teeth. You might miss one. No problem. Catch it next time. Understand that all I offer is suggestion, not rule. You are your teacher. Your body is your guide. Your breath is your temple. Now, if they're not already there, reach your hands out long in front of you. And if you would, start pressing into your palms a little bit. A little extra pressure where the index finger meets the palm, thumb meets the palm. Pushing on the inner side of your hand a little bit. Tuck your toes under. Take a big breath of air. And exhale, just start straightening your legs, lifting your knees, raising your butt, and dropping your chest and your head. Our first active pose is called downward facing dog. First dog, you might be a little bendy in the knees, that's okay. Just kind of suss it out, investigate it, flirt with it. Notice what's what. Are my hands and feet stable width? Are they adequate distance? So maybe bend one knee at a time, the other one alternating, just sort of walking it out a little bit. That's kind of nice. Stay with the deep breath. Yeah. And now as you bend here for a moment, maybe a little heat is starting, just a glimmer of heat. Or maybe we can refine. Start to press into the palms a little bit. And kind of like twisting them away from each other. Like the right hand is turning the water off. The left hand is turning the water on. And feel something along the rib cage and the armpit start to engage, some armpit meat. You can tuck your chin a little bit to put your gaze on your belly button. Anytime we're forward fold, engage your belly button area, tuck your chin a little, protect your spine. Let heels drop back as far as they may. They don't have to touch, it doesn't matter. And if you're jonesing for a little more, start pressing out through the backs of your legs, backs of your knees, and tilt your tailbone up a little bit. And for that last little bit of something, begin to press armpits towards ankles and see what that feels like. Yeah. Today we'll go through some things that might be new to a few of you, and that's okay. If you fall out or if you take a little break and just observe for a moment, that's all right. You know this is on video. You can always come back and practice over and over and over and over and over. The date is on the video. Just come back anytime you like. And you know what? Enough of that. Your shoulders are probably getting warm. So take a breath of air. Exhale, lower your right knee to the mat, directly below your right hip. Keep the toes of your left foot on the mat, left heel is up. And just start to push back into your left heel. Lengthen the calf, the Achilles, back of your knee, opening the bottom of your foot. A little pressure into your palms can kind of turn on more energy there. And then you can breathe in and draw your heart forward, your gaze forward. It's almost like cow pose. It's just a little lengthening the front body. And maybe investigate, push into inner heel, outer heel. Just get in there and search around and see what your foot is feeling. Yeah, cool. Your next exhale, rotate, ground your left heel so the sole of your left foot is flat against the mat. Make it a suction cup. Little inner left thigh pressing the foot into the mat. Lean into your right hand, and as you breathe in, just open your left hand up to the ceiling. It's just a baby arm balance. Leaning into one hand, rotating foot flat, and opening up. You might see this repeated a number of times a day. Here's your first taste of it. Now, bring your left bicep towards your left ear. If it touches, cool. If not, cool. Press into your right hand so you're not collapsing your right shoulder. And as you inhale, reach your fingertips to that wall. Just tickle the wall. Press the sole of your left foot. And possibly pressing into right hand, sole of left foot, just use right side body muscles to just lift your right knee 1 centimeter off the mat. Keep the knee bent and just flirt with letting it lift for a second. Set it on down. Take one more breath. Exhale. Bring your left hand to the mat below your left shoulder. Lift your left leg straight behind you. It might just be 2 inches off the mat. That's okay. Or maybe it's up parallel to the planets. Here's something to think about here. How do we get that leg straight? I know. Engage left quadricep. Release left hamstring. Let your leg lengthen, and then just reach your right hand forward. Right bicep to here. Thumb up, pinky down. As you're reaching foot and fingertips away from each other, we discover in what's called traction. Skeleton spine loves traction. And a little pressing into your left palm, we'll discover contraction of left tricep, deltoid, and pectoral. And as you're lengthening, you're keeping your left leg lifted, you got a little contraction in the left glute. One more breath, flirt with height. Exhale, go ahead and set them down. Left knee down, right hand down, and we just switch. Take your right leg back, toes against the mat, heel up. Both hands are going to stay on the mat, and just begin to press your right heel back. A little pressure into palms can kind of enhance that sensation. On inhale, we'll draw your heart beyond your shoulders and just a little tiny cow. And just feel this for a moment. It's just nice. Now let your Exhale, ground the sole of your right foot. Press into it a little, suction cup. Lean into your left hand and over. Big inhale, open up, right hand to the sky. Again, modified side plank. And we just kind of investigate here, flirt here. Do you know you can just play with balance right here? You can have your left foot kicked out behind you, or you can bring right foot, left knee, left hand, all in one line, and it's like a tightrope. Now bring right bicep towards right ear. And over an inhale, press into the sole of your right foot. Reach your right fingers, tickle the wall. And perhaps on your exhale, press into sole of foot, palm of hand, and use left side oblique. So just lift your left knee up a little bit. 1 centimeter is plenty of air. Set it down, take a breath. And go ahead and exhale your right hand to the mat. Lift your left leg up or lift your right leg up behind you. And start to extend it by contracting your quadriceps. Then reach your left arm forward, bicep to ear. It's just a broken table, little sunbird or bird dog, cool. And go ahead and point your nose at the mat. And watch the mat. Don't watch me because I'm really not doing anything. I already did this once today. Unless you get really confused, then maybe I'll demonstrate. Inhales, lengthen. Exhales, press. Discover some pectoral, deltoid. One more big breath. Flirt with height. Now set it all on the mat and then just step both feet back so you're in upper push-up position. We call plank pose. Did you know you can do this with your knees down? They don't have to be lifted. It's sort of up to you. If there's pain in the shoulders, or if your arms are just shaking like crazy, maybe knees go to the mat. Little pressure in palms, letting shoulder blades spread. A little engagement in core so the hips are even with shoulders. One big inhale. Now exhale, bend your elbows and start to lower down. As you lower, let your biceps brush your rib cage and come all the way down to the mat with a little control. Yeah. Release the tops of your feet. Over, inhale, press into your palms and straighten your arms as much as you can without lifting your thighs. It's a back bend called cobra. Exhale, come on back down, let the chin touch. Inhale, right back up the cobra each time, like we're just pumping a little energy into our low back. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, pressure into palms, shoulders and triceps doing all the work here. Release your glutes. Exhale, right back down. I think that's 3. Inhale, 4th one. We're going to do 5. Exhale, come on down. Little detour, little detour. Spread your arms out like wings. You can sweep them back like a jet airplane or out wide like a Cessna. And then over inhale, lift arms, lift thighs, lift chest. Maybe keep your nose pointed out the mat and lift the back of your skull. Maybe you want to look forward. It's up to you. And just flirt with this. If there's pain, what that means, go ahead and stop doing it. But if it's a little discomfort, just breathe a little and stare at that. What is that all about? We're not here for 60 minutes. That would be rather absurd. But how about just about 3 more breaths as you flirt with height? Just a couple seconds. Maybe you want to lift a little more. Maybe you want to lengthen a little longer. Exhale, rest your thighs. Place your palms at cobra. And then inhale with loose back, loose glutes up into that 5th cobra I promised you. Hang out here for 5 breaths. While you're breathing, perhaps dig into your palms and let the front of your body lengthen. Feel a stretch of flesh from low abdomen to solar plexus. And please, just let your glutes be loose, like strawberry jelly, just soft, right? One more big breath of air, full breath. Exhale, lower your chest, tuck your toes. Continue exhale, press the plank to down dog pose. Woo. Again, just settle into this thing and suss it out, flirt with it, and just notice a little bit of heat starting, just a little bit of engagement. Heart rate might be starting to activate a little bit. And 6-inch increments, just one little step at a time. Begin walking your feet to your hands. Every time your foot lands, press into that heel. And then the next foot steps, press into that heel. And just time breath with it. And just move, take your time. As you get closer, you might want to get on fingertips. Once your feet are at your hands, please pull your belly button to your spine. And maybe grab a hold of elbows here. Let the weight of your arms just pull your shoulders open. Little side to side might be appropriate, or maybe stay still and nod your head yes and no a couple times. That might unbind anything in your neck. Let go of your elbows, and just swing your hands around behind your sacrum or behind your belt. Interlace your fingers as you breathe in. Straighten your arms, pull upper arms together, look forward, lengthen the front of your body, your spine as well. Exhale. Now take long spine, fold it towards your thighs. Let your knuckles come up and over to a personal degree, your own personal degree. Everybody might be a little different. One breath in. One breath out. Release your hands to the mat. Now open your arms wide like wings. Lengthen your torso away from your thighs. Lengthen anything you can conceive of here. Spine, breath, arms. Over inhale, use glutes, hamstrings to bring shoulders up over hips. Continue to inhale and bring hands up above your head. Take a look up. Stretch back if you like. Exhale. Fold forward. Bring your chest to your thighs, hands down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come up on fingertips, glance out. Exhale, plant your palms in the mat and step or hop quietly back to plank. Continue the exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down, flat like a pancake. Ooh. Release your toes. Inhale for Cobrasana. Exhale. Maybe do a little push-up in the down dog. Ooh, yeah, good. Now, we're not like 100% warm, but we're certainly warm enough to start investigating some things. But know that we just did a short warm-up. So be kind and be aware as we proceed along. Again, anything that ain't working for you, just stop and just take a beat. But also, maybe forget everything you think you know. Open yourself up to maybe something a little different and a little funky. A little weight into your left foot. Inhale. Take your right leg up as high behind you as you can. As you exhale, bend your right knee and open your right hip up over your left hip. But we're going to breathe here a couple times. So keep pressing into both hands. I know left shoulder wants to collapse. Right hand wants to press less. So press in the right hand. And as you breathe it in, open the right knee, open the right hip, lift up. Find as much space as you can. Exhale out. One more big breath of air. Exhale. Bring right knee across your body to left elbow, or as close to as you can. And just kind of wonder, what is holding my knee right there? It's not a muscle we really look at very often. From here, extend your right leg so the foot is rested on the floor off the edge of your mat. Rotate your left foot flat, lean into your right hand. Inhale, open left hand to the sky. Hey, we did this before, right? Oh, it's just a little dress rehearsal. One big breath. Exhale, bring your left hand back down to the mat. Inhale, sweep right leg back up, three-leg dog. Exhale, crunch your right knee as high to your right tricep as you can get it. Just take it up there as high as you can. Oh, good. Now, this just is a moderate bit of upper body strength and a little core strength. Rotate your left foot flat as you lean into right hand. Keep your right knee on right tricep. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, set your left hand back on the mat, knee still lifting. If you got it, take a breath, bend your elbows, touch your chin. Exhale, press back up. Oh, I know. Inhale, take your right leg back up to three-leg dog. Now exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Just step it gentle, graceful, light, no stomping. Good. Stay up on left toes and position your left nipple just a couple inches over your right thigh. In some of us, it's going to touch the thigh no matter what, just based on how we're put together. So you know you're there. If you feel your core holding you, you're not resting on your thigh. Open your arms like wings. We do a little bit airplane lunge here. Good, good. And just keep your neck long. Look at the mat. Inhale, sweep biceps to ears. All 10 fingertips touch. Exhale, sweep biceps back to ribs and stand up onto your right leg, airplane balancing. Not here for super long. Bring your right hand down to either the mat or the block, kind of below your right shoulder. Rotate left hip open over right hip, left shoulder over right shoulder, and take left hand up to the ceiling. Lengthen out anything you can here, arms and legs, and especially torso, and definitely breath. Hang out here. If you like, drop your left bicep to your left ear, just kind of make it utita, extended. You can hang out here, or if you're feeling precocious, come up on right fingertips, check your balance, and then just bring right bicep to right ear, so your arms are kind of parallel as you balance up on your right leg. Wherever you're at, take a breath. Exhale, lower left foot to the mat. Inhale, rotate as you come up, arms to the sky, chest and all 10 toes to the left side of the room, legs wide. Now breathe out, fold forward, reach out and grab maybe some ankles or some shins or some toes. Parsarita Padottanasana, or bending over with my legs spread wide. Pull your belly button to your spine. Good. Take a breath and straighten your arms and look forward and lengthen out. Maintain the bind, of course. Now, exhale, bend your elbows and pull yourself into this fold. If you notice the top of your skull touching the mat, just scooch feet together a little bit to give your neck room to lengthen. Oh. Now, place both palms on the mat right between your feet. And just start to walk heel toe, heel toe. Bring your feet about 29.5% closer. And I don't know how far that is, and it don't matter. Even if you nail 29.5%, it's not going to be exactly there. So let's find out where there is. Bend your knees, bring butt down, even with knees as close as you can. Let's not go lower than knees. Open your arms out wide to get them out of the way. And now, here's how we find the right distance. With your torso down between your thighs, either open thighs up enough to get them in there, or walk thighs closer together so that inner thighs are squeezing the sides of your ribs. And if you don't mind, go ahead and start squeezing. Breathing deep. Use your thighs to Keep the side body engaged and held together, and then just go ahead and bring biceps to ears. Reach your hands forward. Yeah. And while you're here breathing, drop butt down even with knees and try to find distance from fingertips to tailbone. Reach the butt bones and the finger bones away from each other. Big breath here. Exhale, continue to drop your seat towards the mat. Probably want to turn heels in a little bit. If not, your knees might feel it. Elbows come inside your knees, your thighs, palms together, thumbs at heart. It's just a little yogi squat. Now, bring your chest forward, turn your gaze forward, slight tuck of the chin. Inhale, reach hands up, interlace fingers, find length. Exhale, hands to the mat, straighten your legs, feet become parallel again, and go ahead and walk your feet back out to that original distance. I think it was maybe about 5 feet, I don't know. Good. Bring left hand around the front of your right ankle. Take your right hand behind your back and see if you can find the top of your left thigh with your right fingertips. And if you do, go ahead and push your left thigh back in line. I know I wanted to turn the corner. Let your head just hang, neck is soft, and then use a little left arm strength to start to pull left nipple towards right knee. Good. It's just a single leg forward fold, right? Release that, come right back to the middle. Place your hands on your hips. Come to flat spine, lengthen spine out, no more rounding. Inhale, come on up, shoulders over hips, arms out wide. Turn your turn your right toes to the front of your mat. Exhale, bend your right knee. This is warrior 2, right? Yeah, just take a breath here and try to pull left hip away from right knee. You might want to widen your stance a little, maybe. How about this? We always go into triangle from down low. Let's go from up high. As you inhale, straighten your right leg, reach your right hand way forward, and then exhale your right hand down the right ankle, left hand up the ceiling. Trikonasana. Yeah, good. One breath as you just lengthen the front of your body out. Shoulders, hips are just hanging out in the same plane. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Bend your right knee, place your right hand on the mat. Both hands inside of your right foot. Left foot is flat still. Good. Now, we were playing with this the last couple of weeks. You might remember, kind of bend your elbows and just try to start swiggling your right shoulder kind of behind your right knee to the best of your ability, okay? Place your right hand, bring it around behind your right calf, set it flat on the mat outside of your right foot. Try to get where you can see me here. Good. Now, lean into your right hand, straighten your right arm, and bend your right knee. So you're just grabbing a hold of your upper right arm with the back of your right knee. You can use your left hand to lift that leg up a little bit. And when you're ready, inhale your left hand to the sky. You got it. Good. One big breath. Exhale, left hand to the mat. You can hang out here, or for a little other balance, bend your elbows. Come up on left toes. Bend your elbows like chaturanga. Still got your leg wrapped around your arm. Take a breath as you draw shoulders forward and just lift your left leg up, a little flying lizard. Set it down as you exhale. Inhale, swing your right leg around and back to plank. I know it might get stuck, mine does. Exhale, lower on down. What the heck did Steve have for breakfast? He's crazy. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Oh, my. Happy Monday. And look, if you didn't get all of that, that was a whole lot of suggestions. Come back to this video anytime you like and play with it, flirt with it, investigate it. But let's get our other side. Little leaning into right foot is an inhale. Left leg goes up. 3-leg dog. Exhale. Crunch your left knee across your body to your right elbow. What is that? Look, mind's eye. Look at that muscle down there, downstairs. What is holding your knee there? You're not going to see it the rest of the day, so look at it right now. And then extend your left leg so that your left foot is outside on the floor, outside of your right mat. Good. Lean into your left hand. Drop your right foot flat. Inhale. Open right hand to the sky. Yeah. Recurring thing. Flatten foot. Lean into hand. Roll open. One more breath. Exhale. Bring your hand back to the mat. An inhale sweeps your left leg back up. 3-legged dog. Exhale now. Crunch. Use not momentum, intention. Bring left knee to left tricep. Gravity will take it there, but how about muscle do it, right? Now, climb that knee up just as high as you can. Maybe some of us got it in an armpit. Maybe some of us got it on an elbow. Okay? Now, leaning into your left hand, roll your right foot flat, and take a breath. And just open your right hand to the sky. We're just playing with some goofy side balances. Exhale, right hand back to the mat. Keep your left knee lifted now. Inhale, maybe bend your elbows and touch your chin, not your nipples, your chin. Exhale, press back up. Now we can inhale, take left leg back up to 3-legged dog. Oh, thank God, asana. Exhale, sweep with a little strength. Left foot, set it between your hands. Good. Up on right toes. And again, we're just going to situate the left side of our torso, hovering it over our left thigh. You'll know if you're resting, you're really not going to feel any core engagement. But if you come up just a little bit, you'll feel all of a sudden left glute, core, a little back. Open your arms out like wings. And then you just kind of got an airplane lunge going on, right? Take a breath as you bring biceps to the ears, touch all 10 fingertips. Exhale, sweep arms back and lift off. Standing up on left leg, airplane balancing. Go flying over San Antonio, Texas, or wherever you're at. I think one of y'all's in Chicago, somebody's in Boston. We don't have time to hang out here. The only problem we got is we just don't have so much time. So go ahead, bring left hand to the mat or the block. It's below your left shoulder, but in front of your left foot, and start to rotate. Right hip up over left hip, right shoulder up over left shoulder. And then, you right hand, take it to the sky or leave it on your hip. The options are endless. Hang out right here if you like, and just balance, breathe. If your balance is challenged, no reason to go beyond this. But if you feel like there's a little bit more, drop your right biceps to your right ear. Utthita, extended. Tickle that wall in front. And if you feel like, okay, yeah, I think I got a little more, bring your left bicep to your left ear. So you're making a touchdown sign while you're balancing sideways on your left leg. One breath here. Exhale, lower your right foot. Inhale, arms up high, rotate all 10 toes, chest, everything to right side of the room. Exhale, fold halfway forward as you sweep your arms around behind your back. Halfway forward, interlace your fingers behind your sacrum. Take another breath and pull breastbone and tailbone away from each other. Now exhale, continue to fold and just let the shoulders open as you sweep knuckles up and over. Somewhere between too much, not enough. Something gentle. Good. Now, all right, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to release your hands down to the mat. Keeping your legs wide. Go ahead and walk your feet back to the floor off the edge of your mat. Walk your hands forward to the floor off the other edge of your mat. So you're in like a wide leg down dog with nothing touching the mat, unless you got a big square mat. All right. Step by step, stop wherever you feel necessary. Take a breath. Exhale, lower your wide knees down to the mat. They should land on the mat. Good. Take a look back over your left shoulder. You know what? Drop the inner feet down to the mat as well. Toes pointing away from each other. Look over your left shoulder and just take left ankle a little wider than left knee. And do the same thing. Look over right shoulder. Bring right ankle a little wider than right knee. Now come up on fingertips and just start walking them back as you bring your torso as upright as you can. This might be plenty. This is enough frog for most folks. But if you feel like you've got a little more, come right down to your forearms, right here where the hands were. Replace them with your elbows. Now, the mat is sticky. This might be a little challenging, but try to open knees, maybe another inch or not. And same thing, ankles another inch or not. Take a look back, see if ankles are wider than knees. Good. Now just push into your forearms and palms, push in the sit bones back a little bit. There's still going to be, hips are still going to be in front of knees, but we're pushing back into them, all right? Good. Now, listen up here. Pop your butt up like you're twerking, like we're going to look sexy. Pop our butts up. Maybe glance forward. Remember, we did this in a wide leg stance last week, right? Now, exhale, drop your head and tuck your tailbone. Make your ass disappear. Get rid of sexy. Just butt disappears. Tuck chin, tuck tailbone. Push back in the forearms as you just indulge in a whole ton of hip and groin and pelvis, all the tissues in the downstairs area. Good. Few breaths here. I do not know a more sensuous hip opener than the Mandukasana, the frog, right? Step by step, if you allow me to walk you out, replace your elbows with your palms. Come up on straight arms. And then just like removing a Band-Aid. Roll toes under, straighten legs, pop butt back up to wide leg down dog. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Walk your feet forward onto the mat, nice and wide. Walk your hands back to the mat. Yeah, good. Now this time, how about right hand reaches around the front of your left ankle? And right hip probably turned the corner. So sweep your left hand around behind your back, palm facing away, and use the tips of your left fingers to take a hold of the top of your right thigh and just use left arm to push hip back into place. Neck is soft, head is just hanging. Use right arm to pull right nipple towards left knee. Yeah. Isn't that like pretty cool after that hip opener, right? Just breathe here. I mean, we got a couple of seconds. Nice. Y'all look great. Release that. Bring hands right back down the middle. Hands to hips. Flatten your spine. Remove any rounding. Long spine. Inhale. Come on up. And I should be your left foot forward. So Open arms wide, palms down. Turn left toes forward. Bend your left knee. Viratu, Virabhadrasana 2. Shiva warrior takes aim at the king. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Reach your left hand super far forward. Exhale, drop left hand down the left shin or ankle. You know what? If you take your 2 fingers and hook your left big toe, cool. Slide your left hip under your right hip. Pull breastbone away from pubic bone. One big breath. Exhale, simultaneously bending left knee, bring right hand and left hand to the mat inside of your left foot. Woo. Ugh. Once we get there, just start finagling and swiggling and grooving your left shoulder down, behind, inside of your left knee. Just to a personal degree. You know, I say things like towards, to your degree, personal degree, because there ain't no one size fits all with this stuff. Left hand comes behind your left ankle, set it on the floor outside of your left foot. Lean into your left hand and just start bending your left knee around your upper left arm. You can use your right hand to kind of lift it up a little higher. Binding, inhale, open right hand to the sky. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Come up on right toes. You can stay here or take a breath. Bend your elbows down like chaturanga. Shoulders come way forward. And just flirt with lifting your right leg up. Just take a little flight, flying lizard. Set it down. Whoo! Inhale, sweep your left leg around back to plank. Exhale, lower down, slow and controlled. Take a deep breath for a nice cobra. A full exhale, pressing to down dog. Ooh, man, oh man. Ugh. Lower your knees to the mat. Walk them forward towards your hands. Cross your shins as deep as you can and just push back to your seat. Now, just go ahead and feet, legs parallel, hug our knees and just drop your head and take a couple breaths here for a second. That is kind of nice. Just recenter. How's the breath? Is it deep? Is it steady? Is it long? How is the face? Is it soft, or are you trying to sell it like Hollywood actor on film? What about teeth? Are they touching? How about mind? Is it quiet? Groovy. Bring your hands down to the mat, about 30 centimeters, 12 inches behind your hips. Now, some folks like to point their fingers towards the back wall. That might be you. If you notice a little shoulder and elbow impingement, maybe point fingertips towards side walls. Feet are about 30 centimeters away from sit bones, and feet and knees are about 30 centimeters apart. Press in the palms, press in the feet. Quads and glutes contract as you just lift your pelvis up and torso becomes lengthened, parallel to mat. Now, right now, you'll notice if the fingers need to adjust for any impingement of shoulders and elbows. If you're cool where you're at, just let your head drop back. Maybe not, it's up to your neck, it'll tell you. Now, use some sweetness, some strength, and some breath to start pulling shoulders and elbows and knees away from each other. Lengthen your torso. You got that? Okay. And if you're feeling like I got more in the tank here, I can do a little more. Well, if that's you, go ahead and reach both hands to the ceiling. Don't do that. I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's a joke. Big breath. Lower your seat down. Turn your fingers forward. And extend your legs straight up. Toes pointing. Lift your heart. like boats with hands down. Inhale, let the heels just kiss the mat. Exhale, legs come back up. Inhale, heels kiss. Exhale, back up. Don't lose count, Steve. Inhale, lower legs. Exhale, little ab muscle to lift legs. Dos mas. Inhale down. Exhale up. Uno mas asana. And inhale lowers them. And exhale lifts them. Inhale, reach arms forward for both. Exhale, come to your back and hug your knees. Whoo! Now, place your palms on the mat down by your hips and just straighten your legs. So you're going to put your heels on the ceiling and keep the flesh of your tailbone down on the mat. Rotate your palms so they're facing each other, like you're going to hold on to your hips without holding them. Now, lift your hands facing each other, lift them about 12 inches, 30 centimeters off the mat, straight arms. Lift your breath. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Exhale, lift your right leg and drop your left leg. Again, shoulders, hands, heel, 30 centimeters up. Lengthen legs. Try to bring nose to right leg for 1 breath. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Exhale, left leg bows up. Keep tailbone down. Reach both hands, reach fingers beyond your toes as best as you can. Lifting, tailbone is against the mat, shoulders are lifting. And if you get fingers past toes, it's nothing to run laps about. Just means you got short legs. 2 breaths, stay with it. And then there's a 3rd breath. Now let's go to 6, 4, and then another breath. Now stay with me. Inhale, lower your shoulders, legs are still up, shoulders, heads, and hands on the mat. Exhale, push your toes to the mat above your head, towards the mat above your head. And don't touch if it doesn't feel right. They don't have to go there. Notice all the weight is in your shoulders, not your neck. Do what you wish with your hands. You can interlace them. You can bend the elbows and use your palms as a little bit of a assist on your back. But please, no toes touching unless it feels right. You know these things we say like moderation, gentleness, sweetness, personal degree. They're said for a reason. I mean, yeah, we're doing some physical shit here, but don't you know what we're really doing? That place we're going to in our minds and our hearts, yeah. The language is key. Now, if they're not already there, try to bring elbows a little closer together and then bend them. Place your palms on your lower back, about a kidney area. Let your torso fade into your palms, kind of like your torso is leaning Tower of Pisa for our Italian friends. And then just one leg at a time, bring your legs straight up to the ceiling, shoulders standing. Good. As you indulge in what I consider to be the royalty, the queen of inversions, shoulder stand, letting oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood rush down into heart, lung, thyroid, pituitary, pineal, and then the I don't know, I think it's like 875 centimeters, I made the number up, of capillaries in your brain. Just let it rush, just breathe. You know, my teacher, when he was in Mysore, India, his teacher didn't speak much English. He put him up in this the shoulder stand, put him up there, leave him there for like 30 minutes. Would explain the reasoning behind it, but he had no clue what dude was saying. So still don't know what the benefit of a 30-minute Sarvangasana is, but maybe one day I'll learn. Mindfully now, mindfully, one leg at a time, return to the previous plow pose, but I say one leg at a time, mindfully, because baggage might have shifted in flight there. Things might not be the same this time around. You were just upside down for a while. Now place your palms and your triceps against the mat and energize them. Press palms, press triceps, all weight in shoulders here. Take a breath with smooth breathing and core strength. Roll your spine to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And once you feel your sacrum flattened against the mat, hug your right knee and let your straight left leg go all the way to the mat. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. This right here, it's a stretch all of its own. So hug that sucker. Give it a nice squeeze. Yeah. And then open your right arm out. Take your left palm to the outside of your right knee. Inhale first, big breath. Then ride that exhale. Use your left hand to bring right knee over the left side of the room. Ride the exhale. Keep right shoulder grounded. You might want to shift left hip under a little. Slight adjustments are cool. Use the full exhales, the deep exhales. These twists love exhales. So let that exhale find you a little more, a little deeper. Only to an appropriate degree. Anything beyond that is of no benefit. You can drop your eyes to the right if you like for a little neck involvement. Good. Come on back center. Hug both knees in. Now maintain the left knee hug as you lengthen your right leg. Put it flat down on the mat. Left arm opens wide. Use your right palm on outer left knee. Take a big old breath, full breath in, maximum. Ride the exhale into the twist. Left knee moving over the right side of the room. Just melt into it. Ooh, yeah. Keep your left shoulder grounded. Beautiful. You can turn your gaze down to your left hand if you like. Sort of up to you. Just see about exhaling. If there's any more space to open. You know how it is. We look for anywhere where we can identify unopened states. We use a little breath to open that space. We use a little concentration to dwell in that space. And I wonder, as you spend time observing the sensation and the thoughts, and it doesn't take us long to learn how to find physical spaces we can open. I wonder, have you found the mind spaces yet? The interstices, the gaps between your thoughts? Something kind of magical just beyond the veil in those little gaps. We can't hang out in them forever, but we can get moments. Hey, come on back center. Hug your knees to the chest. Find an appropriate degree of hugging, like holding hamstrings or shins, or you can wrap arms all the way around shins and grab elbows. It's personal. Now, all three bandhas, toilet muscles, try to draw sit bones, tailbone, pubic bone, all to a center point without using your glutes. Take that center point and pull it up behind your belly button. Now pull your belly button towards your spine to where you just pulled that center point. And draw that entire thing up your spine a little more. Tuck your chin, slight engagement of throat muscles. With all of that engaged, full inhale without releasing it. Big inhale. Now exhale, release all of it and extend your arms and your legs and melt into Shavasana. Yeah. This is it. This is the pinnacle, man, the climax, the place you've been working toward for the last 60 minutes. So please indulge. Don't discount it. You stay here as long as you like. Eyes closed, mind's eye, observe the sensation. All you just did is it settled and synthesized into the flesh. I leave you with your breath, offering you my gratitude and my love. Om Shanti.